Say hello.
Hello.
Guinevere, say hello.
Hello, I got this.
Edward, that's not funny. You're loose. Okay, we're continuing on with the adventures of Chatter the Red Squirrel. We are reading you actually at noon instead of our breakfast. It has been a bit of a day this morning. Artorias ran away. And so Uncle Josh and I had to go chase him. They're the kid's daddy, obviously. And we got him, but my whole day kind of went off. So we haven't got chores done. Their school's almost done, and we're just kind of taking it one step at a time until I have to go and do my eye appointment. Here we go.
Eye appointment?
Yes, I have an eye appointment in West Branch.
But a long time ago you said we could come there.
Yeah, well, now it's different. You're going to stay home because Daddy's home. You're going to watch Robin Hood.
Yeah, I want that to happen.
Okay, well, you need to be quiet. Let me read then. So number 13, Chatter is put in prison. Edward, you will stop messing with the cat like that. That is unkind.
But what is that little tiny teeth?
For killing things.
Mom,
I'm going to read.
So
Edward. Save it for afterwards. Whoever does a deed that's wrong will surely find some day. That for their naughty act of his, he will surely pay. This was a very hard...
What pay?
They pay for being naughty. Just like you get spanked, that's paying for being naughty. Or not spanked, but disciplined.
What could they be naughty for? Stealing food from them?
Yeah. That was the way with Chatter. Of course, he had no business to steal corn from Farmer Brown's corn crib, but to be sure, he had felt that he had just as much right to that corn as Farmer Brown had. You see, the little people of Green Meadows and the Green Forest feel that everything that grows belongs to them, if they want it, and are smart enough to get it before someone else does. But it's just there that Chatter went wrong. Farmer Brown had harvested that corn and stored it in his corn crib, and Guinevere.
I'm trying to shout.
Yeah, don't. It's really loud. And so, I don't know. And so, of course, no one else had any right to it. Right down deep in his heart, Chatter knew this. If he didn't know it, he wouldn't have been so sly in taking what he wanted. He knew all the time that he was stealing, but he tried to make himself believe that it was all right. So he kept on stealing and stealing until at last he had caught in a trap, and now he had to pay for his wrongdoing.
Why did they keep stealing and stealing?
Because he was being bad. Guinevere, don't do that. Chatter was very miserable, so miserable and frightened that he could do nothing but sit huddled up in a little shivery ball. He hadn't the least doubt in the world that this was his very last day, and that Farmer Brown's boy would turn him into over to cruel Black Pussy for her breakfast. Farmer Brown's boy had left him in a trap in the house and had, turn the page, gone out for a long time. For a long time, Chatter could hear pounding out in the woods shed, and Farmer Brown's boy was whistling as he pounded. Chatter wondered how he could whistle and seem so happy when he meant to do such a dreadful thing as to give him to Black Pussy. After what seemed a very long time, ages and ages,
Black Pussy?
the kitty cat.
Kitty cat?
The farmer's kitty cat.
But is it mean?
Well, it would eat Chatterer if it could. After what seems a very long time, ages and ages, Farmer Brown's boy came back. He had with him a queer-looking box. "There," said he, "it is a new home for you, you little red imp. I guess it will keep you out of trouble for a while." He slid back a little door on the top of the box, and then putting on a stout glove and opening the little door in the trap, he got his big hand and closed it around Chatter. Poor little Chatter! He was sure now that it was the end, and that he was to be given to Black Pussy, who was looking at him with hungry yellow eyes. He struggled and did his best to bite, but the thick glove kept his sharp little teeth no chance to hurt the hand that held him. Even in his terror, he noticed that the big hand tried to be gentle and squeezed him no tighter than was necessary. Then he was lifted out of the trap and dropped through the little doorway on the top of the queer box, and the door was fastened. Nothing terrible had happened after all.
Mom, what does cat eat?
Cats eat other animals. At first, Chatter...
And they eat cat food like dog food.
Yeah. At first, Chatter just sulked in one corner. He still felt sure that something terrible was going to happen. Farmer Brown's boy took the box out into the shed and put it where the sunshine shone onto it. For a little while he stayed watching, but Chatter still sulked and sulked. By and by he went away taking Black Pussy with him, and Chatter was alone.
Mom, how Mom is Chatter dead now?
No, I'm trying to read, which I can't if you guys are talking. When he was quite sure that no one was about, Chatter began to wonder what sort of place he was in, and if there wasn't some way to get out. He found that one side and the top were fine stout wire through which he could look out, and the other side and the bottom were of wood covered with wire.
Mom, how did he got trapped?
He was eating the corn and jumped into the rat trap, remember?
No,
Through which he could look out, and the other side and the bottom were of wood covered with wire, so there was no chance from his sharp teeth to gnaw his way out. In one corner was a stout piece of an apple tree, with 2 little stubby branches to sit on, and halfway up a little round hole. Very cautiously, Chatter peeped inside the hole. Inside was a splendid howl. On the floor of the box was a little heap of shavings and a bit of rags, and there was a little pile of yellow corn. How Chatter did hate the sight of that corn. You see, it was corn that had gotten him into his trouble. At least that was the way he saw it. When he had examined everything, he knew that there was no way out. Chatter was in a prison, though that is not what Farmer Brown's boy called it. He said it was a cage. Okay, that is chapter 13. Can you guys say goodbye?
Bye.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.